All right. Hey, everybody. We are trying to jump in again with Patricia Brooks. I'm actually really excited. And of course, we can't. Huh. All right. Guys, have you ever sometimes just say, or just get to the point where you feel like F this ish? Know what I'm saying? I've been at this for an hour and a half now. And sometimes you're just like, why? Now, unfortunately, sometimes you like a game so much that you're willing to go through the process, no matter how clunky, just how idiotic it is. But it's like sometimes you get to the point where you're like, frick. And it's my fault because the game was working last night when I left it. And unfortunately, I had recorded a bunch of, I actually thought I was recording about 2.5 hours of gameplay to show off Real Fuel, and then also my um, updated take on Real O2. OBS was on pause because I had difficulties getting the game to start. So I paused it and went in, and then once it got the game up and running, I forgot to unpause and record everything. So just, and then at the end, I was like, yes. And then I was getting ready to go and, do all the stuff to it. And 22 seconds. Yes. That's how far I got before I had to pause it before the game crashed. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what a piece of ish. And then the problem is, I love the game. I just wish somebody else had created it. Because you don't run into other creators that create a game that you can update and mod. You don't usually run into the same significant amount of problems in modding those other games as you do with this one. And it's a kind of a telltale sign of the developer and issues with them. And now you see this? This is what's supposed to be loaded on my game, not this. And every time I come in here, it wants to. I'm going to disable it. Well, no, here's the problem. I got to update it, right? So I got to sit through this crap. It's not even bookmarked, but it keeps showing up. Now, I did have somebody ask me in the comments. So, which do I do? Do I do Nexus or do I do Creations? And I told them I actually do a combination of both. And the main reason is because, unfortunately, the paid mods that we're using, Darkstar, Game Overhaul, things like that, are only available in Creations, right? You can't do the Nexus. So you have to go in and, you know, get them here through Creation. But other mods that you want that are only available on the Nexus, you have to, you know, do that. So you do it where you are putting them on via Vortex or something like that, and then you add in. So basically, what I try to do is any mod that's here on the creation side, I only put it here. I do not bring them in through the Nexus. Main reason is if you bring in a mod in through the Nexus, you this thing decides, hey, you know what? The mod that you brought in through the Nexus is out of date. Let's update it, and then so it kind of copies it, right? So it gives you the creation copy here. I don't know if they interfere with each other, but it's annoying every time you go in and is that telling you that an update is required. So now, if you ask me about load order, I can't help you. I really can't help you because I don't know that the load order truly makes a difference, except when they tell you that it makes a difference, right? So if they don't tell you that you have to adjust or change the load order, then like they don't tell you that an item needs to be at the bottom of your load order, then I wouldn't worry about it. Now for Darkstar, they tell you this. They tell you that it needs to be at the bottom of your load order. Now some things, just based on experience with Skyrim and Fallout and how they worked, some things you like, okay, this needs to be probably close to the top because of what it is. And in, say, like Skyrim, the load order for creations, and as you can see down here, pretty much all my mods for clothing and everything are down here towards the bottom, which that's what Skyrim required. And Winter's Roll Your Own Start, that's a alternate start mod that goes down, and I always stick it right before Darkstar. Darkstar says it should be at the bottom, along with any of your patches for Darkstar, and then I stick Astrodynamics down at the bottom so that Darkstar doesn't overwrite it and it still stays in my game. I do not. That is the one feature of Darkstar that I do not like, is I don't think I don't like the way it combined Astrodynamics and the legendary recycler into the mod. I don't like the way it was done. So I basically said, okay, well, I got to keep the legendary recycler in. And I got to keep Astrodynamics in, because there's certain things that I require, and certain things that I am very demanding of, and I'm like, no, you can't take that away. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, I gave you my $10, but you don't have the right to take these things away from me. And I'd rather play without the mod than for you to take away what you took away. So that's how we are there. And then the key thing was, I was excited to jump in here to get on Real Fuel and Real O2, because I found some features in Real O2 that really made it not work the way we initially saw it work, right? On the planet. It was just completely like out the box without knowing anything. Yeah, it was an awful thing. But then playing around with it, getting, there's a scrubber that you can add to the boost pack. There's actually things you can add to the s- the space suit, and I believe something you can add to the helmet. I got to double check that one. I know I saw something for the spacesuit that reduces, like when we had the bleed and all that stuff going on. This thing can reduce like from punctures and stuff like that in the suit. So I was like, okay, wait a minute. And then you had tanks that you could have with you. The tank didn't work when I tried using it to test it, but when you put the scrubbers on the boost pack, you didn't see the complete depletion of your O. It replenished the O2 when you ran and did things like that. So you didn't. So my biggest worry was, well, if I run, I'm depleting my O2 because of the mechanic of the game uses the O2 as your stamina. And so if I deplete it and it doesn't replenish because of the O2 mod, right? Then all of a sudden I just have to sprint one time and I'm out of air. And now the canister did not work when I was trying to replenish, so I don't know what's going on there. Well, that requires more testing, but we're gonna try to get in here. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm at that point where I'm gonna give it one or two more tries, and then I'm gonna say F it, and then probably come back later and add something to the end of this. I'm going to make sure this is out there. This is the frustration you go through when you mod. And the other thing too is, though, I mean, there's some people out there that truly know what they're doing. I have an idea, and a little knowledge is dangerous. And this is one of those cases. A little knowledge is dangerous. You think you know what you're doing, and you're trying to do everything the right way, but it's just not working out. The other thing is, it you it could get to the point, and this is truly a thing where it's like, well, maybe you have to make a decision. Either you're doing creations or you're doing Nexus, but you can't do both. And I will say this, if you decide to go Nexus, then you're not doing any paid mods. Plain and simple. So there's a ton of mods and ton of good mods, right? But you can see just in my list here, I'm using the Real Fuel Immersive Exploration, the paid version of it, right? But you can see there's this one here, Galactic Harvest. There's not a free version of it. I'm using, the Veil, that's paid, right? And you can see there's a lot of Fleet Commander. I'm using it, but I can live without that for sure. You see there's some cool ones, but you got to pay for them. Shame. You can't have that without paying for it. Escape I have on my Xbox, but you got to pay for it. But on Xbox, everything's creation anyway. You're not doing anything Nexus there. So that's what you have. Right? At Hell's Gate, that was free, so that's good. Prax Dilemma, that's a paid mod. Trackers Alliance, right? That's not Nexus, but and I got it for free because I got the deluxe version of the game, but still, Vanera, paid mod. So when I look at certain things, Crater 87, paid mod. So a lot of things that I have added into the game, Doomship, paid mod. Dynamic Universe, paid. I actually paid for economy, and I'm sorry I did. Factions and encounters expanded, paid. So some of these things, it's Some is maybe the paid version is just so that you got uh the friendly version, the achievement friendly version, but still. So again, the question starts to become, say I paid for that one, but I'm not really keen on it. This one here, paid. This mod, paid. Anything that says owned, that's a paid mod. And now, not saying that you can't find a free version of it on the Nexus, but again, a lot of these aren't going to be there, and so it becomes a question: what can you live with or without? And one of the main things is, if you're really enjoying Darkstar game Overhaul, then you're like, okay, and I paid $10 for it already. So you're already saying, well, I paid $10 for this. I paid almost $30 for mods in total. It says, well, now you need to just stick with the creation side of the house. And that's kind of where we're getting. And we're really, and then that's unfortunate, because it's why we're getting pushed that way, and so again, but the problem was, yesterday I had everything working, but then part of me jumped in and said, no, I need to have this, and so I added a couple of things, and now of course it's not working. And then so it's like, okay, well, why don't you just take what you added? Well, it's not as simple as that. And if you add like 3 or 4 things in, and you're like, God dang it, but I don't want to take this away, right? Because I was missing it. And then you're like, okay, well, then I need to figure out how to get that in there and undo, so it becomes a pain after a while. And then you get there, and seriously, you sit here and you go like, why am I doing this? And it's like, do I really love the game that much? And you're like, yeah, but at some point you're like, F it. All right, I spent enough time today. I'll come back to it another time. And that's the unfortunate part. That's where we're at right now. It's like, well, I done spent enough time messing with this thing, Yep, 1 hour 45 minutes so far. And like, there's no guarantee that when I try to jump into a character, it's going to work. And then right now, one of the things that I'm trying to do is find an old character that hasn't been modded. The old save file has not been modded at all. Those are easier to introduce mods to than a save file that has a whole, like, this mod list on it. And then you're going to try to say, well, screw that, forget all that stuff, here's the new list. And because you're asking it to try to rewrite and unwrite and delete too many things at once, and it gets unstable, and then the game just crashes on you. So it's, like I said, it's a fine line. All right, back to pausing for now. Hopefully we will see you in a few minutes. If not, this will be attached to the beginning of whatever video I am able to create tonight, if I can get something running. Okay, so 5 hours later. No, just joking. It wasn't that long ago, but it was a while ago. I walked away. Said, nope, we're not doing this. Let's just walk away before I break my controller. Okay, so we are back in with Patricia. And so basically, where I left off with her, we had just got through running around doing some stuff with real fuel, and everything we did worked the way it was supposed to. So, real quick. So, we have a siphon panel and a fuel panel. If you're like, say you take over a ship and you're still connected, you can come down here, hit the siphon panel, and it will siphon off fuel to fuel your tanks if needed. Here, if you have fuel in your cargo and everything, it will. And hey, even if you hit it here when you get off the ship and you're still connected to another, it will siphon from that ship. That's what happened the last time we did it. So that's good. Now, in my inventory, and then I guess I didn't have to go here. So you can see here, I have emergency reserve. I still have 4 of those. I still haven't sorted out my weapons yet. So my weapons, I have way too many weapons, and Prax UI is not working. It's loaded, is not working. So yes, I am very annoyed at this moment. As a result, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Now, Prax UI for me is a must-have, right? Because this I don't like, but I will deal with it for now. Because I'm not gonna go through all the crap that I just been through for the last, for 2 hours trying to get things sorted. All right, so we are going to Iridani 3. Take out the Crimson Fleet's cave stockpile at cave on Iridani 3. So I didn't look to see how much fuel it was going to be, but up in the screen here, if it was a significant amount of fuel that was going to get lost or whatever, I'm surprised we're not getting an update. God. But I gotta be honest with you, it's hard to tell what's still working and what's not. To be honest with you. And the fact that Frax UI is not working, makes me believe some other things might not be working either. This ship doesn't have a whole lot of mobility. What I want to do is, since the system didn't automatically tell me what was going on, I'm gonna go look in it on myself. So you can see we got about 3/4 of our fuel left. So we're kind of good there. So I'm not overly worried right now. And then we want to land over here. No, I'm very annoyed by the Prax UI not working.
Let's put this bird on the ground.
But I'm not willing to chance it right now. How far is that? only about 300 meters. Alright. There's only 2 of us. We just have to take a chance. You know what I don't like is on Xbox, they're scannable from this distance. And it's not like I have like a mod that's shortening the scan distance on Xbox. So it's like, why is it not here? Why are you making me get so close? Was that an ecliptic? Nope, a scepter. Yeah, filter. Scepter filter. Let's go with this is what I like. Drive by your resources and it automatically loops it. Finish up our scans. I like these flat planets that just allows you to just drive around without issues. Look at that. Look at that. They can't get along. So that's where we need to go. Oh, shoot. I need to get over here and scan these guys. That one out. Just don't come looking for us, man. There sure are a lot of these things just sitting around waiting to do some damage. You know what I also like is that if you drive past a creature's body, right, their corpse, it will loot that. Not humanoids, just the creatures. All right. We already loot. Hey! That was supposed to be dead, right? That was my bad. Because I wasn't paying attention. So TG's Galactic Harvest adds more stuff to the alien creatures when you're harvesting them, which I actually I like.
Yes.
God dang it. Okay, so this is a planet where Real 02 doesn't come into play. Are you alive or dead? You see raw meat, all that stuff. Alright, so there's gonna be some stuff going on. Yep, pirate. Oh, where's the cat? Hey.
Okay.
Let me get you. Is there another way around? Look at this guy. Oh, is that the same guy? Only in video games do you dig into poop. Piles of poop. Alright, I need to go to first person and internal flashlight, which is awful. Taking us out of the cave or further into it? It looks like, did we? Oh, well, I guess we did what we had to do. I missed the notice. Oh. We done got greedy. What we need to do is go ahead and unburden ourselves. But you can see here the disadvantage of not having Prax UI, because now you don't know what weighs what. You don't get the same look. It just looks terrible. It actually does in comparison. I mean, yeah, you got the weight over here, right? But, and then you can sort if you wanted to. Just looks so much cleaner and nicer. The other thing is, you know how much weight you have in certain things, right? So all your weight now, like aid is split out. So there's aid and consumables. And now you don't really get to see how much weight is in this particular category. So if I got something that's really heavy, I mean, the mass is right there, I guess, but. See, like now you don't know just how much weight. What I got 20 of those. All right. Oh, I still got those mech components on me, don't I? It's a good thing we didn't try to go someplace. All right. So, and here's another thing. All right. So, under notes, there's your pilot's license. And unfortunately, you guys didn't get to see it, but I had graduated to C, but it was giving me a notice even when I was a B class, right? So apparently, with the spacefaring mod, spacefaring economy mod, you have to pay for your licenses. So I had to pay a whopping $120K for my license, or I wasn't even going to be able to fly my ship, which is a Class B. But I had to pay for, I guess, both licenses all at once, and it was a little painful. Luckily, I had the money on me. All right. Oh, I didn't realize I was out. I thought I was still on the ship. Okay. Still with the ship or whatever. Okay. Where's my view? Oh, look at this. Agility booster, heal paste, into sight. Okay, we'll take that. What do you got here? Sorry, ma'am, but just realized you got some good gear on you. Well, maybe not. It is alarming. A little, not alarming, but little, what do you call it? Startling? When they just pop up in the air like that, it's like, what? Why are you doing that? The gun is good. Now watch this. Over here. And you can see it just looted it. I gotta be honest with you. My greatest nightmare. part is she's not really talking about us. It's not gonna end up. Guns reclaimed a little bit. Did we aggro enough people? No. Just arbitrarily decides, hey, you need to be in your menu instead of actually playing the game. Now, if I wanted, let's see if I can get back to the area that we started creating. Curious if they're still along. Is this Iridani? This is Iridani, yeah. Alright, so that is a little bit fun. A little bit fun on your what's the name? On your in your buggy. And we're gonna head back to the den. We're gonna see how far that is and see how much fuel we use.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. We'll talk about it later.
Struts retract. Let's get out of here.
Now, there's still things that I haven't added back to the game. I didn't add Mordred's high value cred sticks. So this character, a lot of my other characters, they already got tons of money. This one won't. All right, I hate that it keeps going back to this stupid one here. I'm just gonna put it on here, just so I don't have to worry about it. But we're going to jump out of this system. Iridani is over here in the bottom. We cannot go right now as things are. anywhere but here. Well, I guess we could go to any other system that isn't, Freestar or UC.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
Did you see the percentage? I missed the percentage. I think it was like 76%.
And we're locked in.
Now, of course, we can't siphon.
Have a moment.
So here's our cost. Oh my gosh, this better not be 50K. And then maintenance, 16 jumps, 4 landings. Are you telling me? I don't know what it's telling me, to tell you the truth. So right now, that one is a little confusing.
Here, I have something for you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks.
You're welcome. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know.
No, you're my future wife. I got you. I know. Well, I appreciate the effort.
I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills. It's been a while. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
All right. Well, I appreciate the panacea for sure.
Anything I can help you with?
Not right now. I need to figure out how much money this guy got. He's got 30K. But guess what? We cannot sell him. And then where would the contraband be? Would it be under miscellaneous? I think it would be there.
Need some work done?
Not yet.
If
Hey,
there's
Marcel.
anything I can do for you, please say the word. By all means.
All right. Resources. It is not there. Aid. I don't know where to go. Oh, I'm buying. I'm selling, not buying. There it is. All right. How much money you got? You got 68. Ooh, wait. See right there, that's not right. Something is not working with something else. And see, and with Praxis UI, I could hit to the right and it would go to 1. And see here, you can't do that. All right. How much money you got? You're down to 1,600. So, okay. We'll get rid of you. Okay. Thanks, bro.
It's a little surprising, isn't it? Out here on the edge.
So I'm very. It's very off-putting because now I have to go and try to figure it out, right? And in figuring it out, I run the risk of getting back to the point where I can't get into my game again. And it's annoying. It's just annoying because basically what you want is you just want for it to work. Just work, man.
My case is all right, I guess. She's
All right.
gonna be lucky to have me.
All right, 30K. Let's see what we can see. Sell off the cheaper ones. Okay, so what do we got? Where are we at? We are 290. How many more do we need to make? We need to make 2 more. Scanning, hunting. Sure. Can I boost that? Okay. Ain't gonna say no to that one. Rapid reloading. Pistols. Nope, can't boost that. Sure, there's other things. Oh, shoot, ship command. Okay. Mission board again. Heinlein, we definitely gonna take that one. We're gonna take this mirror one. Okay, there's 21K one. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did you see the 21K? I saw 21K out there. Maybe it was looking at that. It was, yeah. See right now. No. Okay, let's see. Let's go after this guy. So it's going to take 156 of our fuel to get there. Let's do it. Waiting for real fuel to tell me how much fuel I got left. You don't want to tell me. There it is, 96%. Alrighty, we went over here. Ooh, okay, forgotten mech graveyard.
Touching down.
Well, say, as long as you don't drop me right in the middle of some sort of compound where I'm getting bombarded, we good. Okay.
Hello.
All right. 0% O2. So this is one of our. This is an extreme cold planet. All right. So. And we got hostiles, probably, possibly, right off the bat. All right, is that where we're looking for? Our guy's up here. Okay. Let's scan a little bit, see what's around. A couple of things right there. So everything's out of the way. All right. All right. Yeah, we don't want that. I don't want that either. Yeah, this is what I want.
Something's out there.
my back, Sarah. This ain't a good spot for us. If you're not watching something like this.
Don't let him get away!
It's on the other side of the ridge. It's on the other side. Holy cow. Just what we need. Some idiot up there with a negotiator. Get out of there.
Badly.
Right in their cousin out here shooting something.
Come on!
Alright, watch this. Hey, look! It didn't work yesterday. But I think, oh, I see it now. I see what happened. Alright, I got it. It doesn't eliminate the red, but it will replenish O2, which is not exactly how I would like it to work. I want it to reduce the red, right? I don't know what caused that gap. Alright, we gotta figure something out. Where he is. Oh shoot. I think I got shot. Okay, so this is another. I don't know what this is. I really don't know what this is because this has happened before. I'm not dead. Okay, character's not dead. If we go in here, we can see. You know, I got of my health. I got 2239 out of 310, 3010. Right. So what? I still got 75, 80% of my health. So it's not. I'm not dead. And it's like to me, it's a glitch in the game because there's nothing you can do here. I can't hit anything. I can do this and, you know, I can try to heal myself. And it does nothing. But I don't have any of these issues going on. And what I don't understand is why does the game do this? What mechanism in the game or what mod is creating this? And it's 100% unsatisfactory. But what's doing it? And at this point, the only thing I can do, literally, is shut off the game and then restart. So you effed up my game with some glitch. And I don't know if it's a Bethesda glitch or a modded glitch. Right? There's nothing. There's nothing. I don't have, my UI is gone. I mean, I can still do this stuff here. If I wanted to, I can switch weapons. Look at my oxygen. Again, there is no indicator. There's no nothing. There's absolutely no reason why my character should be like this. I can't look around. I can't see. And what's going to happen is they're just going to basically find me and then they're just come over and just start stomping me. But again, look at my health. Look at my health. My health is full. Yeah, I can't. You see, I can take damage.
Damn it.
And like I said, I don't know. Just don't know what the F is going on here. And it's very frustrating. All right, let's see. I'm gonna see. You can have fast travel. What does it say? When enemies are nearby. You cannot travel during combat. Well, can I get up during combat? I really don't even need to fast travel. I just need to be able to get up. So if I'm stuck here enduring this, I guess you guys are gonna sit here and endure it too. For a while until I get really, really teed off. Really pissed off. And that, like I said, if I knew what was causing it, trust me, I would put it full on blast and talk about the shoddy, crappy nature of how whatever it was made. Has this happened prior to putting Darkstar game Overhaul on my system? I can't recall. Do I think it's that one? I don't know, because you have to tell me that yeah, it is impacting all this. Like my player could be knocked out. Is that a possibility in the game Overhaul? If it is, you need to remove it. You just need to remove it. That's the dumbest thing you'll ever see. And up and down, it's the dumbest thing you will ever see in a game. You can't have a knocked out state for your character. It makes absolutely no sense. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the not what sense does this make right here? What sense? And again, like I said, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. My character is just unresponsive. So it makes no sense. And then look, I'll even do this just for poops and giggles. I'll come down here, and I'm sure we have one because what's her name just gave me one. We'll use the panation. That'll take off, removes everything. Everything. We'll even. I'm gonna take that too. I want to see what that does. Now it is slow time. I think time is slowed for however long. But it does me no good. Because again, like I said, I don't understand. I honestly, somebody, and I wish somebody in the comment section, tell me what state is this, and tell me what reason would you ever want your player character to be in this state. All right. So again. So what I can do is if I, and then here's the other thing too, is I really think that autosave is just going to put us right back where we were. I really do think that. Yeah.
Hold on.
And then if I load and see, look at the timing. All right. So see if this is a different point. You got to be careful too, because the autosave happens periodically unless you turn it off. You set it to turn off. All right. So we just landed.
How can I be of service, Captain?
And now we're being attacked. All right, let's try that again. Oh, look at that. Everybody and their cousin is already alerted to where we are. Ooh, excuse me. Whoa. Everybody and their cousin. One said, hey, this person goes down pretty easy. Let's go ahead and make it a thing. Sarah. I can't come after you. If I start moving around, I'm going to go back into that little unprotected state I was in. God. Sarah, stay with me.
Target right on.
Stay back here.
Oh, my head! Badly for you.
All right, Vasco can go up there.
Through. Target down.
And you're just gonna do like that? You're gonna get away with that? Sarah, stay back. She's like, I ain't learned my lesson. I'm gonna just come bum rush you. Like, little did they know, I learned my lesson. I ain't jumping around. Where's this? Hey man, that's what I did. Okay, I got hit right in midair.
Another one for me. I'm on a roll.
What you doing, Predator? What are you doing?
Badly for you. Hard to breathe.
Where is she? I don't see her. Sarah, where'd you go?
No problem.
Sarah, if you keep going up there, I'm gonna shoot you myself.
I'm hit.
We're all hit, Sarah. But not everybody's running out there to get hit.
Bring it on. Oh, damn it! I'm blind.
Are you blind? What? All right. We have to I have to figure out if there's still somebody here that we want to get. Oh. Are we on the mirror? I don't think we are. I think we got our guy. So it's just a matter of I want the loot now. I love when you get the sneak attack in there. Snuck down here. Trying to be all like, let me sneak down.
All day to piss me off.
That's our guy. Guy is closing in on us. Right there.
Ha! You're a damn joke.
Take him out. We got our money. And we can just decide what we want to loot.
Nothing. Nothing.
Bro.
And stay down.
There it is. All right. What are you looking at? What do you got? What do you got going on over there? Sir, we're not going all the way up. We're not going all the way up. We're just grabbing some loot. That way we'll have something to sell. Since when are you... Oh, never mind. And, it's not a hill we want to die on again. Do want to loot our prey. So right here we're getting a very good look at how the Realo 2 mod is working in this situation. So I was able to replenish some of the lost O2. So you just have to make sure you account for that, and then you're able to carry around the canisters, right? The canisters to, you know, the emergency canisters with you. So emergency reserves. Like I started with 5, I believe. Might have been just 4. One or the other. So I might have used it once or twice. I missed every single time.
Yes!
So that's something to keep in mind when you're on these 0 oxygen worlds. So it is manageable. And then here's the thing though. So for me, on this here, you can see I have, if you look, I have oxygen reserve, I have experimental scrubbers, and then, you know, so those are the things that I have on the boost pack. I've already seen, like, with the experimental scrubbers, see how I'm able to run. And I'm not having a major issue. You see how my oxygen is replenishing? So that was my biggest concern. Remember, that was a huge concern for me. It's like I run and my oxygen goes down, it's gone. But once I put the scrubbers on, that's not the case anymore. So that's not something I'm overly concerned about right now. And then I think the same would apply for like being over encumbered. If I'm moving too much and my oxygen goes down, and then I stop and stand, it will replenish. So I know I'm going too far, because I don't want to get myself in a position where I get taken out. But my greed has me needing to check to see if there's any more lootable corpses hanging out. I don't think there's anything here that's lootable. Oh, I don't have a cutter? Oh gosh, sorry, get out there. Is the noise they make makes it so they're not allowed to live. Just how they sound makes it so that they're not allowed to live. Sorry. Okay, so when we get up to the vehicle, we can actually look at the storage there. So right now there's 41, but then we can store more stuff in there. Like we can store that, or we can store, say, this. Or this. like that, and we shouldn't be over. Oh, we're still over encumbered. Okay. What else are we gonna store? Oh, look at that. Whoa, that thing is heavy for not being worth much. Oh, that looked like a body from there. It is not. All right, let's jump to Heinlein and see how far out that is. See, it doesn't tell us, it doesn't pop and tell you how far and what you're gonna fast travel unavailable. Oh, you know what I think that is? I think that's an issue with the O2. Then if I wanted to, all right, there it is. So 132.3 fuel consumption. Let's do it. All right, first things first. Let's scan. We need to go over. What's over here? Distress call. We answered just about all distress calls. Because that's how we roll. Because half the time there's loot at the end of it. Lucky you. Is that what it was called?
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Be ready for a fight.
Somebody out there.
Oh, hey!
You bastards back for round 2. What? Who the hell are you?
Who were you expecting? Solomon Cole?
Too bad for me if I was. You don't seem like much of a replacement.
I'm just your average tourist.
Stranded spacers are what passes for tourist attractions these days, huh? I'm Betty, by the way. I'm a bounty hunter. At least I was, until Lucky Lou here got trashed. Now I'm just your run-of-the-mill dead woman walking. I'm screwed if I can't find a way out of here. If you know anyone who's in the market for a demolitions expert with a happy trigger finger, send them my way.
Well, I could always use another hired gun, if you're interested. How'd you end up stranded out here?
What do I look like? Your drinking buddy? I'm not gonna spill my guts to a stranger. Some business broke bad, that's all I'm saying about it.
Well, I can always use another hired gun. You interested?
Works for me, but I'm gonna need some kind of compensation. How about you give me a repair kit for my ship, and I'll join your crew? Won't even charge you for my services, since you're saving my ass.
I don't take in freeloaders. What kind of skills do you have?
I'm good with guns, better with grenades, and an expert at picking pockets. How's that for a resume?
All right. Well, look. Some other time. I don't have any I can spare at the moment.
Great. Thanks. I'm sure loads of other pilots will come by with repair kits to spare. If
I
you
gotta
can't
go
help
make
me
one.
out, then scram. And if you run into anyone who knows me, tell him I died of something more badass than starvation.
Look, I'm gonna help you. Let me loot. Let me go. And I'm not even gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna stay connected. You just caught me unawares and off guard, and for some reason, without a repair kit. I don't know why I don't have a repair kit. That makes absolutely no sense that I have a repair kit. Especially one that I could spare. Why would... Can I make them here? What's this? Alright. I don't know what I'm trying to make. Alright, so that's our emergency reserve. We used up a couple. Might as well make a couple here. We already got our... What? New sheriff outfit. Anybody curious about that? I am. Purge valve. Reusable valve that safely drains built up CO2 from suit systems. Oh. Purge of CO2 from suit systems can be reused. I'm gonna make it. Not sure I need it. Not sure what it's gonna do for me, but I've never seen that in a game before, so I'm going to assume it's something that's added. Okay. All right. That's annoying. That's annoying. I can't take her with me. Well, it's annoying that I just don't know what the heck she's asking. All right, I think that was it right there. Okay, that's everything. I'm gonna have to, maybe it's not here that you make it. Ranger deputy, reactive gauge, red mile, service uniform. So that really sucks. Come on. Yeah, no, I don't see. I've only run into her a couple of times through all my playthroughs, so I don't know what repair thing, and I can't recall at all, to be honest with you. In any previous meetings, what repair tool she could even be talking about. Like, oh, look at that. So right now, I mean, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss because I don't know what I can make that's going to make it so that we can save her. Give her a repair kit. I would love to. I would love to give her a repair kit. Do we have one? I'm going to assume it's not there. Resources. It's not there. Let's do this. Let's check here. And I'm be mad if you couldn't have just pulled it out of, we can use this inventory for everything else. Okay. Okay, we got emergency kit. That's for us. We had ship fuel, refined ship parts. I just don't believe it's ship parts, though, that we need to give her. Because I'd be glad to give her some. Let's take 2. All right. We're going to try to go talk to her one more time. It's telling us. Where's the letter? Did she go lay down or something? Wait. I'm still at that bed back. Oh,
Hope
there
you're
she-
here with some spare parts.
Hey.
Look who it is. Did you have a change of heart about leaving me to die in the void of space? I still need a repair kit.
Call it spare parts and then ship parts and then you got a deal.
Thanks a mill. I'd be space dust without you.
Hey, I wasn't going to leave you out here. Come on now.
Don't have to tell me twice. I'm out of here.
Okay.
So
We got-
long, Lucky Luke.
We got the loot up. Oh, wait. Okay.
I'll send a tow to pick you up when I get to port.
See, that would be a great thing if you could, you know, basically salvage ships and then basically like put a beacon on them for them to be picked up, right? And you make money off of it.
I've
So-
detached. Let's get out of here.
Some of these ships that are, you know, inoperable, left inoperable and stuff like that, just put a beacon on it and, you know, call it in and say, hey, and then you can make money off of that, right? That would be awesome. This guy has no maneuverability whatsoever. Ooh, yeah. All right, one more jump. Let's figure out where we're gonna go, and then let's do this one. Infiltration suggests well-guarded stronghold and abandoned mine. Where's this one? Inland Tana. Sabotage ecliptic scanners. Yeah, this is the one. All right, we'll do this one. Save course. Do we have any contraband? You kind of worry me when you ask me that kind of question, and it's like, well, are you asking me because I got contraband on my ship? Or are you just asking me because, are you sure you want to go there?
Get tired of that.
All right, wait. I want to go back to the system. What's in the system? Ooh, what's this? There's a ship. Another ship. Trader wagon train. Is that what you're telling me? A ship? We'll go back. We'll go back. Don't worry. I just want to see what's over here. You told me there's a ship. Oh, there it is.
Thank God you happened along. We were jumped by pirates and our grav drive is offline. We need some spare parts to repair it.
God, I love that voice. We'd be glad to help. Transferring ship parts now?
We can't thank you enough. Look me up if you ever make it to Jemison. I'd be glad to repay the favor.
If you look like your voice, weird. You got it. Man, we're all over that. Leave me, make sure we have something that we can look her up. I think it's the same voice actor that does the, what do you call it, tracker over here in Sidonia. I just love her. Derelict privateer.
Like a glove.
It's just gonna take a moment. Go to first person. As long as there's no turrets. Okay. Alright, Sarah, we're leaving. Hey. Sarah, look at me.
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be
You can't tell her to wait here?
concise. Time to go?
Yes. Oh, that just sucks. Now, here's the key thing though. When you're modding your equipment, you gotta be able to have the if you don't have fast resource hauler, wait, what do we got here? We got no mechanized. So let's take a look at. Oh, that's all I got on me? I had some more stuff. I'm not carrying around an extra. What's the name? Okay, I got a nanosuit helmet, nanosuit. And that's an extra one. So skin, is this the one that goes on the body, or is this the one? Thank you, Vanguard. I don't think, is that a spacesuit? No, I don't think that's the spacesuit. I think I stored the spacesuit, so it's not gonna help us. All right, miscreant outfit. Who am I making this for? I'm making it for Betty. Yep, that fits her personality. Perfect. Perfecto. All right. All right, so So like with this guy here, you see on slot 1, we did oxygen reserve, and then we did experimental scrubbers. So that was a huge boon. Now, on the suit itself, we could, and I'm going to replace that. All right. And then you got optimized servos, and then you see heavy shielding, and then we got the choices there. And then I thought there was where are you? There it is. Hyper Cure Sealant. Now, I took optimized servos because that reduces oxygen costs for sprinting. But here, rapid reacting sealant works to prevent O2 loss from suit punctures. So like you got shot and there's whatever. I think that's how. Have I decided that I want to go back to it? Not yet, but you can see you need to have spacesuit mods 2, right? Taken care of. For this one, you needed spacesuit mods 3, and then these two, are 2. I'm just not 100% sure that I need it right now, so I'm not like thinking I want to switch over. And then that's it. And the key is, for these things, you want to make sure over here, and then for me, luckily with this character, she's maxed out on research methods, maxed out for spacesuit design, and also weapon engineering. So it wasn't, and then she's also maxed out on special projects. So we can do whatever we need, and we're going to boost this up here soon. That'll probably be the next thing. So fortunately for us, we can make the modifications, but a lower level character that hasn't gotten those yet would not. And in that, I'm kind of interested in to see how that's going to look going forward. Right? And basically, okay, I got a low level character now. I can't put a scrubber on my boost pack. Oh, I can't put the hyper cure sealant on my suit. You know, am I really? And then kind of curious now to see how bad I'm going to be hurting when I'm trying to go out and just, you know, do normal things at level 15, level 10, when I don't have anything but just me, my suit, and my boost pack, and, you know, a wing and a prayer. And then that's the other thing is it here? Let's see. You can see right here, none of this stuff this isn't where you. Oh, we were just looking at it. What am I talking about? Forgive me. So when we come over here, and I believe you should be able to at least create this emergency reserve, as long as you have the pieces for it, right? So as long as you have that, I don't think there's a prerequisite as far, and as I don't see it. So you don't have, see, like right here, to do the engineering outfit, the prerequisite is textile rank 1, textile rank 2 for enhanced service uniform. So can we create it? No, we cannot. You see, there's no prerequisite for environmental seal, and we can do that right off the bat. So same here. And then, so you're gonna want, first thing, I think, as a low level character, this is where you're gonna be. This is right here. You're gonna be like, okay, how many of these stupid things can I carry around? Okay, 2, 3. All right. And because you really are going to have to like devote 30 to 40 of your mass, your carry weight, just to carrying these tanks around. I used 2 the last time I was out, and that's with all the other stuff that I had. So I'm kind of feeling that's something that really is going to be an issue, right? And something you're really gonna have to look at. And don't get me wrong, I can't make it. See, I gotta have rank 4 for the new sheriff outfit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like. And this guy, I don't know what this thing does. And I'm curious as all get up. Did I make one already? I'm making another one, just in case. I really don't know what it is, or what it did, or what it's going to do, but I'm very curious. And then ship fuel, luckily. Okay, so compressed ship fuel, you need payloads rank 1, right? But for refined, you don't. But look at what you need, though. You need to have a ship fuel, so you need to have this guy. Well, no. How do you make that guy? Oh, right here. So right here, I can make it with an empty container and 10 helium. So boom, and then boom, right? Because I had empty containers because we've used the bunch already. If I didn't have an empty container, now I gotta make the container. So I need aluminum and 12 fuel, 12 helium. So I need more helium. And then refine, I can make it, but I need, I gotta have aluminum and argon. So strongly suggest that if you're going to put these on, make sure you have these available, and you're really going to have to work towards getting those prerequisites done to, real literally, you're going to have to make sure you're in here and you get your spacesuit, and it's got to be spacesuit 2. So you got to be at rank 2. No. So you got to have spacesuits. Sorry. And then in your research, under equipment, you got to have spacesuit mods 2. But in order to get there, you got to have spacesuit design rank 2. So yeah, so you gotta get spacesuit design up, and then you gotta come over here and you gotta research and get your spacesuit mods 2 up. See, with this character, as soon as we get rank 2 in textiles, we'll go ahead and get that one. But you can see she's pretty much got everything, and then we're still working on that one. And then you got Darkstar stuff that we was that my only fiber? Yep. Oh, didn't matter. Love those sudden developments. All right. See, I needed a Phillips screwdriver. Really? Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Oh, that's nice. All right. I think I got everything. Look at how many different things it took. Tape measure, bubble level, hydraulic clamp. Which one is? They're different ones. I can't see for sure. Vacuum tape, caliper, a clamp vice grip, chisel small, chisel medium, chisel large, a bolt cutter. So it's like, man, I got to pick up everything now. That's literally what it's telling you. Every little piece you got to pick up because it could be something you need. All right, so next time I see a Rothsite magnet, I got to I need 8 of those. Oh my gosh. And then I need weapon particle core. Weapon particle core. I'm not sure where I think you get that when you put a weapon in. I think we need a Darkstar bench to get that. So there you have it. So like I said, this character has done quite a bit of research, and has quite a it's level 80. She's level 87, 89. Yeah, level 89 now. So she's got quite a bit going on. But a level 10, 5 or 10 character, and that's probably my next video is low level. Starting out. What's that going to do for you? How's this going to treat you? But again, it's funny because I actually think what's happening here is we are getting the game right to the point where it's awesome.
Here to talk?
Not really. Well, I am here to talk, but not to you. So we're getting the game to the point where I'm loving it. I got no issues with the game,
Need something?
besides the stability of it. But I'm enjoying the mods I've added to it. I think now everything that's starting to come together slowly. The Darkstar game overhaul, the real fuel working the way I wanted to and the way I thought it was going to the first time. Real O2, figuring out ways to work around it and seeing that
What's going on?
my biggest concern isn't really going to be a major factor like I thought it was, but I have to see what it's like on a lower level character first, because we're able to create and put some stuff on there, and I'm wondering, some of the things that we're able to build, is it available at a typical store that we can go out and buy? And one of the things that I would like to see a little bit, though, that I can't see and there's no way to tell, is I really kind of would like to see just how much oxygen I have, what's the length of time, what's the difference between this guy and I don't know if I still have any packs left. Yeah, I got a bunch of them, right? I want to know what's the difference, like which one is better suited for zero oxygen atmosphere. Here I can't tell, unless I'm going to look at all the additional stuff that's added to it, right? And like in this one here, it's got the bolstering, it's got the galvanized. As a matter of fact, I should take that one. But as we can see, nothing else, none of these packs have anything else. So if when I'm in a store, what am I gonna have that's available to me? So that I can look at and say, okay, I need to go out and get this. I need to go out and buy this particular item or this piece, so that I'll know. What's going to help me out and what's not, right? So yeah, that's where we are. So guys, once again, if you're liking the content, definitely leave a like, comment if you're kind of thinking the same way I'm thinking and seeing that, hey, this game is now morphing into just, it's almost a game that I don't like to put down. I don't like to stop playing. I want to keep playing it, especially when it's working and everything's coming together the way it should, right? I can't wait to see what some of my other characters are doing, but I think my next step is looking at the impact of some of this stuff on low level characters. And then moving on back to Rona, who's level 140 something, and New Game Plus, and then see how, what's going on there, right? And that's the key, right? We want to make sure that we're putting in things. Peak performance is something that I've added. That's our hunger mod. I haven't heard anything from it yet. So what's going on there, right? I'm curious. Like, am I hungry? And I mean, right now we got, resilient clothing, resourceful clothing, status effects. Here's my character, but I got nothing showing up right now. And the question is it not working because the same reason Prax UI is not working? And if that's the case, when I load up again, is it gonna work? So we'll see. We will see. But until then, remember, like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me out. and anything you can do to help me get to my goal of 500 subscribers is very much appreciated, guys. So, till next time, and then again, now what we're going to see a lot coming from here is a lot of playtesting, seeing how things work, and then, like I said, I got a couple of characters that I will continue on, right? We got to get Rona done. We got to get, I did have, and then we got some cozy leveling, you know, just sitting back, chill, and just leveling. It'd be nice to see what happens with that and how everything fits into that particular
Well, if it isn't my favorite walking paycheck.
Playthrough. So we'll see. All right, guys, I'm out. You guys be good. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh boy, don't tell me you're here to chit-chat.